In case you haven't been following along, 18 months ago, my girlfriend and I bought this disgustingly neglected 1960s ex-crackdown in southwest of Sydney. We basically couldn't afford to buy the kind of house we wanted to have, so we ended up settling on this place. We settled on this place knowing that it needed a lot of work, but also knowing that we were prepared to put the work and love in to bring it back to life. One thing we weren't counting on was that house having an absolute swamp of a pool in the backyard. So for today's episode, we're going to go over this pool that I'm standing in right now, what it looked like when I got it, some of the work we've put in to get it to where it is now, what the plan is moving forward, all of that we're going to go over. So the very first thing that we did when we got inside this pool area, basically clear all the weeds around the pool and inside the pool because we could not see what we were working with. You could not tell where the water ended and the weeds began. It was a mess and it was a lot of work to tidy all them up. Inside the pool, there were weeds that were growing from the back corner where the trees were into the pool, along the bottom of the pool, and they had come back up and out the other end. This probably took me maybe 2 to 3 weeks to actually rake it all out. I had a metal rake and I was scooping them all in, dragging them out. I was basically playing tug of war with the pool for weeks on end, and it was exhausting. Once I finally cleared all the weeds and we could see what we were working with, it was then time to drain the pool. Draining the pool was a mission. Now, draining the pool is not as easy as just hiring a pump and dropping it in. We did end up hiring a pump. We started off draining it in the toilet of the shed. That didn't work and it actually ended up flowing back out. We didn't realize at the time that the sewer line was completely blocked from the front of the house. So we ended up making our own sewer line and draining it out through that. But what we didn't count on was just how much dirt was going to be in there. There are a lot of big trees around, including our own trees, that had just dropped so much dirt, leaves. There was so much sediment at the bottom of the pool that a normal pump couldn't eat through it. So we ended up having to go through 2 or 3 pumps to basically pump all the water back into the sewer line. I answer this question probably weekly. The water gets drained into the sewer because the only alternative is the stormwater, and the stormwater is for rainwater straight off the gutters, straight down the stormwater. The sewer is for dirty water, obviously. I thought that was obvious, but allegedly it isn't. So it was actually really cool to drain the water and see what we had because we didn't know where the stairs were. We didn't know anything about it. We didn't know it had lights in here, nothing. So it was really cool to be able to start to get a picture of what we were working with and what this pool could look like. What are we doing here?
So I've got a little 2-inch lay flat.
2 inches.
And we're just going to connect this on.
Quite good with handling that 2-incher.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, practice 2-incher. TV. probably been running now for like maybe 3 hours consistently, and it looks about half empty. So that's pretty good. We'll turn it off overnight. Obviously, we don't want it to run dry. And then we'll come back tomorrow, flick it on and try and drain out what's left, which will be good. Good to see what's left of it.
We've also got to deal with the spa.
Yeah.
And we've got a pond. There's a pond under there. It's too deep.
The next big mission that we had was cleaning the pool. The pool was a mess. Once all the water was out, we had a thick layer of mud. It would have been like 3 inches thick. It was disgusting. I had to get gumboots on and walk through here. We started to realize as the water got lower that there were leeches everywhere inside this pool. It was not good. They were crawling all up my boots, all into my pants. I don't recommend it. We used to have a couple of really big trees right in the corner behind me here, and they had just been dropping palm leaves, dirt, you name it, into the pool over the last 40 years. It was out of control. So first things first was get all those leaves out and then see how much dirt and mud we've got. After all the leaves were out, then I was able to start shoveling it all out. It probably took me like a week to get all the mud and dirt and everything out of here. I basically had to rake and shovel everything into the shallow end and then shovel it out of the pool into a wheelbarrow and then put that dirt and mud outside of the pool area. It was a mess. It was heavy. It was dirty. It was disgusting. Here's a photo of me looking filthy after I've done it. The water was so disgusting and the mud was so disgusting. I actually ended up with rashes all over my body after I had the big night shoveling everything out. Not sure if you believe it or not, but we actually had a pool house right behind me, right here. When we got the house, it was a mess. It stunk. It had some old pumps and filters in there that weren't hooked up. So I've ripped it down. All right, let's talk about the trees. The trees around the pool were a massive problem for us. A large part of the non-compliance that we ended up getting from the council were due to the trees. They were all growing along the fence line, which is a bit of a problem straight away. They had roots that had grown into the pool. They'd destroyed the coping around the pool, Massive drama. We ended up getting a team to come in, cut them down and remove them all for us. And that included stump grinding them all down so that we didn't have to worry about them growing back. And they came over a few days and they cut down all the trees that we needed them to. They chucked them all in the wood chipper and then they were gone. Once they started cutting the bushes down, we actually could see the filters and pumps as well, which we'd never seen before, which we ended up ripping out anyway. But it was cool to see where they were. We ended up getting a gurney and just gurneying the entire pool surface just to see what the surface was like. We had no idea what the surface was going to be like, but we just wanted to clean it all and see what it would look like. So we gave it a quick hit with the gurney. next demon to conquer was basically the pebblecrete. Once we'd gurneyed the pool, we could sort of see what we had when what we were working with. And there were a lot of areas where the pebblecrete was starting to peel off. The shell of the pool had basically separated from the pebblecrete. So the pebblecrete had come loose on the wall. It was all in like a sheet, but it was loose on the actual concrete structure around the pool. So obviously you can't have that. You don't want to just fill a pool back up and then the wall starts falling off. That's no good. Don't do that. I ended up speaking to a couple of guys in the business. I did my research. They told me if you grab a hammer and run it along the surface, you will end up hearing very clearly where the drummy areas are. It sounds completely different. So when we found those areas, we hit it with a hammer and it popped straight away. It was like a bubble. And once it popped, you could sort of clean back all the way up until it started to stick again. It actually was a lot easier than what we thought it would be. But unfortunately, like all good things, it came to an end. We realized that there were that many drummy areas that there was nearly 50% of the pool was clear. It was just going to be a bit of a case of jackhammering it, which was a decision that I lived to regret. This pool is 10 meters long by 4 meters wide with a spa. It's about 2 meters deep. Do you know how much surface area that is? Let me do some math. It took me weeks to jackhammer the entire surface of the pool. The steps, the walls, the floor, everything jackhammered out till it's completely clear. It was a nightmare, guys. And this was one of those jobs after I did it that I basically told myself, never again. The pebblecrete has separated from the concrete of the pool. It starts to get loose and you can hear it with the hammer. Find another one. That'll be another one. If I hammer that away, you can see that'll just keep going. We'll get that with the chisel after. But now I'm just sort of marking it up. Ooh, another one. Yeah.
It's the best. Thank you very much. I love you. I love you.
And all of that brings us to where we are now. It is a mess, but I can see so much potential here. There are so many things we can do with this space. It is a massive space. Obviously, the shed looks terrible as well. Don't worry, we'll get to that. For now, we're just worried about the pool. We want to try and get it up and running by summer 2026, which for us is going to be December. Ideally, it'd be ready by October, November. December we'll settle for. It basically has been put to the side for now just so we can get into the house, but we have big plans for it. There's a lot we can do with it. I'd love to hear what you guys think we could do with this pool. I think there's a lot of potential in it. I think there's a lot of things we could do. There's a lot of things we should do. Love to hear what you guys think about it. So what is the plan moving forward? We've had a bunch of quotes. It is really hard to compare pool quotes. They all include and exclude completely different things. They offer different finishings. Some will include tiles, some won't include tiles, some will include this, that, and the other. No two quotes are itemized the same way. So it doesn't make it very easy. And we've had quotes that vary between 10 grand and like 60 grand to fix this thing up. It is a money pit. Yes, we could fill it in. Yes, we could close it up. We want to keep it. We want to bring it back to life. That's what we've done with the house, and that's what we want to do with the pool. And we want to have our families jumping in here, swimming in here this year. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching, guys.